Hello travelers and welcome back to the Mars Parlor. So in today's nail video, we are going to be doing some long almond nails. It's not a shape that I go for too often, but it can be very, very cute with the right design. So I wanted to do some standoffish nails. I wanted to do something very extra. And something else I don't do too often is purple on my nails. It's typically not a color that people go for in the nail community, but I was like, let me mess around. It's springtime, it's a perfect time for some purple. So I went ahead for a purple theme, put on some rhinestones, some 3D flowers, all sparkly and whatnot. I did hear from some of you that you enjoy the videos whenever I do both hands, and I absolutely get that because that complete set is just everything. So I went ahead and did that today, and the set turned out gorgeous. I really enjoyed wearing this set. I got a lot of compliments for it, so I hope you guys enjoy watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I post nail videos all the time. Sometimes it takes me forever. Sometimes I have 2 up in a week. So with that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just get right into it. Hello everyone, and thanks for clicking on another video. So as I stated, we're going to be doing some long almond nails today. These tips I'm using are just some off-brand ones from Amazon, but I love how long these ones are, and the C curve is like just enough for me. So I'm using some Model 1's nail glue, and I'm going to go ahead and size and lay down my tips. Now it's time to trim them, and I think what I struggled with here is that usually in my mind I'm thinking almond is a short shape, so to kind of keep them cut this long, you'll see how I messed up on the pinky a bit, and what I did was took another nail tip and glued it on top, knowing that I would be blending the nail tips into the natural nail, so I figured it couldn't hurt because I cut the pinky way too short because I want to keep this almond nice and long. Now I'm using a sanding band to go ahead and blend those tips into the natural nail. Okay, so now I'm dipping into this gorgeous milky white shade called Bear Me from Be Beauty Pure. Pouring out some of my Mia Secret monomer, I'm going to go ahead and place my first bead where the natural nail meets the nail tip and blend it towards the free edge. So the acrylic application for these round nail shapes as opposed to the squares is that in order to give the most natural look, you'll want to have a slope from the cuticle as usual and also have a slope towards the nail tip. And that differs from the more square shapes because you want to have kind of a flat, even surface throughout the body of the nail and just a slope at the cuticle. So for my application, I like to work from the free edge of the nail towards the cuticle, and that just makes it a lot easier to blend the beads into each other, and it keeps you from having to do as much back brushing. So it just creates a smoother surface with the end result, so it also saves you time with filing. So now that we have all of the acrylic applied, I'm going to use a fine grit drill bit, and these are ceramic. Ceramic is my favorite drill bit to use. I just feel like it's the perfect blend of gentle and aggressive whenever you need it to be. But basically, we're just going to debulk the shape here, making sure not to file away the apex of our nails. Again, we're just prepping this shape to ease the hand filing process. All right, so now we're gonna use 180 grit hand file and go ahead and perfect this shape here. Make sure that there's no jagged edges and no overhang on the side walls. And for the most part, just get everything nice and smooth for the nail art. So to start off with an ultimately even base, I'm going to use some gel base coat from V Beauty Pure, still my favorite, and then we're going to dip into like a really pale, I guess almost lilac purple, and create some French tips. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, I don't necessarily have a method for my French tips. I really just like to go in and make the outline and work my way down, and I hold the fingers, cuticles lined up to make sure that the nail beds are the same length. But other than that, I really just kind of freehand it. I really just kind of go for it. But if you find a method that works for you, stick to it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and paint some French tips on all of the nails here. Next, I'm using the acrylic powder shade Euphoric by Kiara Sky, and it is this just like amazing, eye-catching, sparkly ass purple, and I love it so much. So I thought this would be a perfect shade for these 3D flowers. So when I am forming 3D flower petals, it's kind of difficult to describe, but for the most part, I'm wanting to make a triangular shape. It's already gonna dry down a little bit more round, but as it self-levels and hardens, I kind of use like tools if I have to create that crease in the middle of the petals there. But the key is basically to take that crisp petal shape and sort of create a gradient into the base of the nail. And to create even more dimension, I am putting in some background petals. Making these petals a bit flatter, if you're able, is going to really help with the illusion of the design. Now that I've finished my 3D flowers, I'm going to use these gorgeous gold rhinestones. I think they're actually called champagne, and I just got them from Amazon. But I'm going to outline the entirety of the French tip on my pinky nails. Now I'm placing a larger gold rhinestone in the center of those 3D flowers that we did, and taking this absolutely beautiful sparkly purple gel polish shade from V Beauty Pure, and I'm going to outline the nail bed areas on my middle finger and thumb. It took me a minute to figure out what I wanted to do on the pointer finger, but I ended up going with a cuff of rhinestones kind of at the peak of that nail bed. Then I decided it would balance everything out a bit more if I put some cuticle cuffs on the middle finger and thumb as well. So last but not least, I thought that the French tips looked a little bit bare on a couple of these nails, so I popped out some gold foil and went ahead and applied that to the tacky layer of my base coat. If you guys have any better methods that I'm just not noticing for placing foil, then please do let me know in the comments down below. But this was the last little step I took before adding the cuticle cuffs. All right, so now it's time to top coat, and so that I don't ruin the shine on these rhinestones, I'm using a detail brush to get into the nooks and crannies of all of the 3D nail art and the rhinestone placements. I wanted to try crunching down the content a bit more for some shorter nail videos for you guys, just to kind of see which works better. You can definitely let me know if you like to see more of the process, or if you just kind of want to catch a few glimpses and then just be wowed by the finished product. So every time I do some 3D nail art, I'm so tempted to top coat over it, and sometimes it does look nice, but sometimes it can just kind of ruin the sharpness of your shape. So it usually looks better to leave your nail art, your 3D nail art, untop coated, and just, like the pinky nail, use a nice little detail brush to top coat everything around it nice and neatly. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna top it off with some cuticle oil. I really do hope you enjoyed watching today's set, and I hope you enjoy the shorter video. Do let me know which you prefer. Beetle's Gel Top Coat still has my heart. It is just so shiny and elegant. But with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, help the channel grow, and safe travels back to Earth. Peace.